this case over to once they have collected all the information.
The investigation into the death of 18-year-old Nolan Wells is picking up speed as it's now being reported this case may be headed to a grand jury, just as newly released GPS data and dispatch audio are raising new questions about what happened in Nolan's final hours. We're going to break it all down and what this could mean right now. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Okay, so we have to talk about a huge new phase that we're now entering in the investigation into the death of Nolan Wells. If you recall, 18-year-old college football player disappeared while out boating with friends on the July 4th weekend. They were going to Horn Island. This is off the Mississippi Gulf Coast. His body was found nearby 2 days after he vanished. Now, the family has met with the district attorney, and this investigation, it is now being reported, may be headed to a grand jury. If that is true, we are one step closer to possibly finding out who, if anyone, is responsible for Nolan's death, or whether anyone committed any crimes in connection with this investigation. And to be clear, I'm not saying that's the case, but when you hear the reports that this may be going to a grand jury, that's what you have to be thinking, right? Because when you think of a grand jury and potential crimes, it could mean a whole host of things. But let's not forget, there is still a lot of mystery that needs to be solved here. Right. Key pieces of the timeline seem to be still being debated. Some of the most important evidence hasn't been fully analyzed yet. And we also, and maybe most importantly, we still do not know Nolan's official cause of death. We don't know when the results of the family's independent autopsy is going to be released. Last week, we were hoping to have that update for you on July 10th when the family's attorney, Ben Crump, said he'd initially expected to have the preliminary findings, but for now, we're still in the dark on them. Crump has said that flight cancellations are causing transport issues in getting Nolan's body to D.C. for that examination. And at the same time, there is no autopsy results that have been released as part of the official state investigation either. At last check, the toxicology reports are still pending. To be clear, by the way, last week, Jackson County Sheriff John Ledbetter indicated there is no reason to suspect foul play. We have no reason to believe that that conclusion or belief has changed. But as we know, investigations do develop, they evolve. And yes,
am I big screen right now?
But here is another big update that we got to talk about. We have learned from Ben Crump, again, the family's attorney, that Nolan's phone will undergo a, quote, mutual inspection, meaning both the state investigators and...
Is this, Brody, is this, am I widescreen or I'm back regular screen? All right, good, I'm back regular screen. Yeah, I want y'all to see the video. Shout out to 88, my niggas. My boy said, what he said? Okay, I'm riding with you, homie, pause. Yes, sir, appreciate you, brother. Listen, give you a hand clap for that. Shout out to my dog. He said, I'm riding with you. Let me lick a gunshot for you, too. Hey, my dog. He said, I'm riding with you. How you living? Everything good?
And the family's own experts are going to analyze the phone. So that could potentially be a game changer here. It does raise questions about how this would work. It does raise questions about how the evidence is being processed. Does it contaminate the evidence in any way? How do you have this dual investigation? And I mean, the family reportedly believes that data may have been deleted from that phone. So that raises an interesting question, as well as why Nolan didn't have his phone. We've talked about that before. You're going into the water. Maybe you wouldn't have your phone. Maybe you leave it on board. But then again, if he was planning to go out and hang out with this girl, as the reports have been, why wouldn't he have taken his phone? So some interesting questions there. And we should...
Yeah, new GPS data, bro. New GPS data. They got some new shit going on. Let me play it back. You wasn't here for the whole thing. Let's play it back a little bit. Make sure you know what's going on in this bit.
And Crump said he'd initially expected to have the preliminary findings, but for now, we're still in the dark on them. Crump has said that flight cancellations are causing transport issues in getting Nolan's body to D.C. for that examination. And at the same time, there is no autopsy results that have been released as part of the official state investigation either. At last check, the toxicology reports are still pending. To be clear, by the way, last week, Jackson County Sheriff John Ledbetter indicated there is no reason to suspect foul play. We have no reason to believe that that conclusion or belief has changed. But as we know, investigations do develop, they evolve. And yes, we are learning some things. But here is another big update that we got to talk about. We have learned from Ben Crump, again, the family's attorney,
It might not even
that
be his
Nolan's
homies.
phone will undergo a, quote, mutual inspection, meaning both the state investigators and the family's own experts are going to analyze the phone. So that could potentially be a game changer here. It does raise questions about how this would work. It does raise questions about how the evidence is being processed. Does it contaminate the evidence in any way? How do you have this dual investigation? And I mean, the family reportedly believes that data may have been deleted from that phone. So that raises an interesting question, as well as why Nolan didn't have his phone. We've talked about that before. You're going into the water. Maybe you wouldn't have your phone. Maybe you leave it on board. But then again, if he was planning to go out and hang out with this girl, as the reports have been, why wouldn't he have taken his phone? So some interesting questions there. And we should also point out that the phone is currently in the hands of Crump's independent investigators. That's what the reporting suggests. And by the way, the family recovered Nolan's phone using the Life 360 app, and they have apparently had it since. And then we have this. This is big too. This is a big update. New details are emerging about the timeline surrounding Nolan's death. What do I mean? NBC News has obtained audio of what seems to be Nolan's friends calling for help when that boat that he was in trouble. Listen to this.
We're sinking. Can y'all please come?
And is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yes, it's not that
Yeah,
special.
everybody's on board.
So from that little bit, and reporting by outlets like NBC News and the New York Post, it seems that boat likely had 7 people on board. The boat was having trouble at around 4 p.m. The boat operator reportedly said, "Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn and our bilge pump stopped working. I want to get this boat unsank and towed back." That boat was reportedly towed for 3 miles. It picked up speed less than an hour later. We're actually going to talk about that a little bit more. And look, we also know from the Jackson County Sheriff, again, John Ledbetter, that Nolan did not come back on that boat. We don't know for certain if Nolan was on that boat during the call or if he was already off the boat at that point. But look, as far as we can tell, what we seem to know is that at some point between that call and 4:31 p.m., when the boat left, it seems Nolan was no longer with them. So what happened in that window? Hey, real quick, look, summer's here.
Why'd they arrive? Why'd they arrive at 3:30 and leave at 4:30? I'd like to know that. Why'd they arrive at 4:30 then leave at 3:30? You were only there for an hour and left your mans there?
Data tracking the boat's movements that day. So these little missing pieces of the timeline are starting to come together. We're going to talk about what the GPS data seems to show. This is all trying to go to answer the questions that the family has, right? That's all that matters. Can you answer the questions that the family has? Now, we're going to get into it all. I actually want to start with what we learned at this press conference about this grand jury. So Ben Crump announced that the family met with Jackson County District Attorney Angel Myers McGrath, and arguably the biggest takeaway from that meeting came directly from Crump.
She shared with the family that there will be a grand jury that she will turn this case over to once they have collected all the information and finished their investigation. We also agreed that we will have a mutual inspection of the cell phone with our experts and their experts. Attorney Eric Hertz is helping lead the investigation team with former law enforcement experts who are going to help us with the cell phone download. So everybody will be able to see at the same time what the cell phone has. We also talked about trying to make sure we dot every I and cross every T. I know that we're getting about 50 calls a day to 100 calls a day from people who were there on Horn Island, people who are familiar with individuals that were there on Horn Island. And so we continue to be steadfast in trying to get to the truth of why Nolan Wells is dead.
Now, I got to be clear about something. This grand jury doesn't mean that they're charging someone, but it does seem to mean that the DA could present the evidence to a group that will decide whether charges should be brought. And that also becomes a question whether the DA would actually move forward with that. Look, as we previously discussed in this case, there's been a lot of misinformation that has been spreading online. You know, in our last episode, we addressed this viral video that has been circulating, the one that was initially believed to show Nolan in some sort of argument over his phone. But a friend of Nolan's later came forward to the media and said it wasn't Nolan in the video. It was him. He had this argument. And Ben Crump acknowledged that they're getting conflicting accounts.
That's what a witness told us, and that's what we reported out. Then another witness had come forward and said, no, that was his voice. We have other witnesses who said there were other.
Yo, why is this nigga holding her hand? Why is Ben? I noticed that before, like right here. Look, I noticed it right here. He's holding her hand. Like,
that
why is he
we will
holding,
have a.
She's holding her husband's hand. Why you need to hold her other hand like this? I don't know, man. This is a little weird, bro. What the fuck is you doing, gang? Now you still holding it while she crossed with the. You just won't let it go, huh?
Who said there were other altercations. So, as Mr. Hurt said, we're trying to go through it all and so forth. And we'll be even more careful to say this is what a witness told us in the future.
And so your team hasn't been able to look fully into that and confirm whether it was or was not Nolan that said
No,
that?
we have audio people doing it, but we know certain people said it was him, and there's certain people said it was not him.
So yeah, conflicting witness accounts. Police are still searching for any images or videos unedited that could provide insight into what happened that day. And the family, again, is still waiting for answers while planning their son's funeral. Nolan's mother, Christine Wansley, spoke about what the family has been going through.
Thank you so much.
He finally let her hand go. She must have goddamn yanked her shit off his shit. He wasn't trying to let
Just
go.
the outpouring of love, support. We've had some local officials. Mayor Casey Vaughn from Gaucher has reached out to us. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you. He has, it's almost been every day. He's been texting to check on us. Also, Jeffrey Hullum, thank you so much. He's been texting pretty much every day. Receiving a lot of stories from Nolan's teachers, which just warms my heart, his classmates, teammates.
So to help make sense of everything that we've been talking about, I want to bring in Tyler Bailey, criminal defense attorney, civil rights attorney. So good to see you. Thanks for taking the time. I think this is the first you and I have talked about this case. And I want to start with arguably the biggest legal update, the grand jury. This idea that according to Ben Crump, right, that this may go to a grand jury once the investigation by the sheriff's office is complete. What do you think that would look like? I mean, what could the grand jury potentially be looking at here? What kind of evidence, what potential charges?
88, I hear you. You said these people fishing for anything. They sure want to see his homies guilty. They don't even care if it's the homies that's guilty. They just want to figure out what the cause of death was and if anything funny happened. It ain't about the homies at this point. Any investigation would search the phones. It's not that special. True.
Well, ideally, they should look at all relevant evidence here that could lead them to make a conclusion whether they believe there's enough probable cause for criminal charges or not, and not be a grand jury that's spoon-fed particular information. And I think that's a big update because initially we know that the sheriff announced, I believe about a week ago, that they suspected no foul play. I do think this independent investigation, some of the pressure has allowed the DA to come to a different conclusion where there seems to be a joint agreement that this is going to go to a grand jury. So it could be text messages. It could be the lack of text messages. It could be cell phone data. It could be statements from different witnesses who could testify.
In other words, you're saying anybody looks at that and looks at a headline like, oh my gosh, you're talking homicide charges, but not necessarily. It could be something with respect to the investigation, like whether it's tampering with evidence or misleading police, something. I'm not saying those things happen, but that's what you're suggesting.
Right. It's anything that's a criminal charge pertaining to the disappearance and the death of this young man here could be a criminal charge. It could be obstruction of justice. All right. You could have some accessories after the fact. We don't know if it's going to be homicide or murder, but there could be some criminal charge that could come out of this. And I think that's all the family has been asking for is a fair investigation so they can know the truth.
Going to the idea of a homicide charge, look, it's difficult for me to say anything about this because we don't have a lot of information. We don't have the cause of death, but we also have the reality that if someone is found in the water in that way, it may be difficult to know whether there was blunt force trauma. It may be difficult to know whether somebody was thrown into the water or was drowned, right? I mean, those can be difficult for medical examiners to ultimately assess. What are potential
Nah, you're gonna know. You're gonna know. They're gonna know. They're gonna be able to tell all that shit.
Homicide charges here. Is there a theory of a case where if they can't prove that someone killed Nolan, but that was negligent in some way, what are some potential theories that you could see a homicide-related charge with happened to Nolan? And again, I know we're speculating here, but I'm just trying to understand what we could maybe see: manslaughter, negligent homicide, murder. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, there's so much still we don't know, but we do know there was some statements about there being an argument, whether that was Nolan in the argument or somebody else. So we don't know if there was some sort of altercation or fight. There was no interrogations of by law enforcement of the individuals who were with him the day afterwards. Right? There's been none of that we know of that law enforcement has questioned any of these people who were out there on this boat at the island with Nolan Wells. So we don't know what happened, whether it was an argument, whether it was a fight.
How could law enforcement still, after all this, not have questioned those boys or question everybody involved? Like anybody who got involved in it. Everybody should have been questioned.
Whether they knew that he was in a position where he could not swim and fend for himself in the water. So all that's the stuff that we don't know, and hopefully from this independent investigation, and hopefully from the sheriff's department and DA, to get some more information that could lead them to come to a definitive conclusion.
And to be clear, when we say we don't know, right, like there's been reporting and there's been one narrative put forward by people who were involved in this about speaking with law enforcement, but it's not like we got an official report or a presser saying these people X, Y, and Z were interviewed. This is what they said. They're not suspects. We're kind of reading between the lines a little bit. I just want to take a step back. Is it significant that the DA met with the family or the DA met with the family's lawyer? Is that common? Does that signify to you something? I mean, we're kind of jumping here and saying it's possible that evidence could be presented to a grand jury, but it could very well not be presented to a grand jury. I'm curious, how significant is it that the DA reportedly met with the family?
This DA said that she commonly meets with families who have lost loved ones. That's one thing that she did say. But out of this, where you have a sheriff that said there's no foul play initially, and then you have the family demand an independent investigation, and then you have a meeting between the family and along with the family's lawyer, that is very significant. I think that shows that the public pressure and the national attention to this area of Mississippi has made the DA change some of the way she's addressing this by meeting with the victim's family and even coming to the extent of doing some joint things together with the victim's family and their attorney. That's not common in situations like this.
What would it say to you if they don't impanel a grand jury, if they don't present evidence to a grand jury, or they do present evidence to a grand jury and the grand jury chooses not to indict? A, two parts of that. What would that signal to you? And B, would we know about any of that?
Grand jury proceedings are secretive. So there will be, for example, no media coverage of the grand jury. There's no defense lawyers are not allowed to be there. The victim's family attorney, Ben Crump, won't be able to be there. It'll be a
Really? The attorney won't be there?
prosecutor who's presenting the case to the grand jury that's been impaneled. If they decline to press charges, there will ultimately be questions. People may wonder whether this grand jury was spoon-fed information that would lead them to come to a conclusion of there being no probable cause for an arrest. But I do believe if they do find that there's criminal charges out of the materials that are presented to them, it would affirm some of those suspicions that so many people have about how this has been handled and all the gaps that appear to be present in this investigation in the aftermath of Nolan's death.
But it's potential that the DA could choose not to go to a grand jury, or even if the grand jury does indict, does the DA have a legal obligation to move forward with the case?
Prosecutors have prosecutorial discretion, so they do not have to go to the grand jury. I believe it's my understanding that they have actually reached a joint agreement that they will present some evidence to the grand jury one way or the other. But the prosecutor can say, well, we decided not to do that. We don't believe there's anything. So they have discretion to pursue charges, not pursue charges, present.
Said CPS cops are being nice to them, letting them look through the phone with them.
Evidence to a grand jury or not.
How long, typically, timeline-wise, would it take a grand jury typically to reach a decision once a case is presented?
It really depends. There's no telling. It matters how many witnesses will be testifying before the grand jury, the amount of evidence that's going to be presented to them. So it's kind of too soon to speculate as to how long the grand jury would be in pan on what they would hear. But I do think there's a couple of things that show that they may not even be there yet. The incident report, I believe, has not been given to the family yet. So usually those are available within 72 hours of the death or the initial incident. The family has received the incident report. There's still cell phone data that I believe that has to be collected from at least Nolan Wells's phone. So there still may be some time for a grand jury is actually in panel.
I want to go to this next part. I mentioned this earlier. NBC News obtained this audio of what appears to be Nolan's friends calling for help for the boat, right? The boat was apparently having problems. I want you to take a listen to this.
We're sinking. Can y'all please come?
And is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah, everybody's on board.
Tyler, that's significant. That is a significant piece of this puzzle. What does that tell you that there is this reported call about the boat that, by all accounts, Nolan was on at some point?
What?
It's having problems. Caller says everybody's on board. Again, we don't know for certain whether Nolan was on board during that call, but again, I think that's significant.
But why would he be the only one to die?
This is happening. What does it tell you?
It's very significant. I mean, one, the statements that everybody is on board, and we don't know if Nolan was on board or not at the time, is very significant, given that he did not arrive back home safely when that boat reached dock later on that day. And he allegedly left or wanted to stay behind with a female that he met that day at that island on the lake. So it's very significant. The statements could either be one, if it's not true, of course, it's a lie that everybody was not on board, or if he was on board at the time this call was made, what happened after that?
And if you're talking about now dispatch getting involved, there being a towing situation, I'm thinking more witnesses, eyewitnesses to what they saw about the boat or who was involved. And by the way, let me go to this part. So CBS News obtained GPS data from the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources, and it tracks the boat's movement. So I want to walk through that timeline. This is information they say they obtained via records request. And so it appears to suggest that this boat, this vessel, left the dock at approximately 9:56 that morning, arrived at Horn Island at 11:14. According to GPS data, the boat then reportedly left Horn Island at 4:31 that afternoon,
That's mad quick, bro.
returned to its original departure dock, then traveled into Fort Bayou at around 5:52 before returning to the dock at 6:06. Later that evening, the boat went into the Fort Bayou boat launch at 7:19, traveled overland, which would suggest that it was possibly towed by a vehicle to the owner's residence. And to just kind of put this into perspective, I believe Ben Crump has claimed that Nolan was last seen on the island at 3 p.m. Tyler, what do you take away from this GPS data?
That if he was last seen on the island at 3 p.m. and they apparently, not only did they leave there, go to another area, then go to dock and get towed, there's a lot that could have transpired between that time, especially putting that in conjunction with the text messages and Snapchat history that was allegedly deleted from his phone or missing from his phone. So there's a lot of time for people to get their stories straight, to talk to maybe counsel or others about what needs to be the narrative when they arrive. Now, I'm speculating to a lot of this because we don't know. There has been no interrogation of these individuals. There's been no official statements that have been issued, but it's clear that there's been a significant period of time between the boat leaving, the last time Nolan was seen, and this boat getting back to its original owner.
And look, it confirms, or it seems to confirm, right, this boat left 4:31. We still have conflicting accounts about whether Nolan chose to stay behind or he was left behind. And this GPS data is going to be an important role, it seems. I will say this,
why was some things was deleted when it was on the, true?
This report, this MSDMR report, also indicates that the boat's owner, his mother, and one other individual who was reportedly with Nolan on the day of this incident have cooperated with the investigation. What does that mean to you that they have cooperated?
It means that they probably have been accessible to law enforcement, that they at least have their contact information, they're being responsive to law enforcement. The question regarding cooperating is to what extent. Now, will they testify between the grand jury? Before a grand jury, or will they have to plead the fifth before a grand jury? Just because they are cooperating does not mean they're all being completely forthcoming. We don't know to what extent their role is, what information that they have. They could be cooperating through counsel. So, which is nothing wrong with cooperating through counsel, but I think it at least shows that they aren't stonewalling.
You said he keeps saying, but the deleted messages is not a fact. No, but I thought they knew that there was for sure deleted messages. I thought that was a fact. Like for sure there was messages deleted.
The police, and they're being accessible.
So let me go on to this other major development from this week's press conference. The family is now going to be allowed to inspect Nolan's phone alongside investigators. There's going to be this mutual inspection where both sides will see the contents at the same time. Tyler, is that unusual? Let's first start there.
That's highly unusual. It's highly unusual that a victim's family, along with their attorney, would be allowed to participate with law enforcement in the inspection of a cell phone data that's really the crux, one of the crucial pieces of evidence with this case. I don't think that would have happened without a lot of the chatter going on around the country about how this investigation has transpired, and it shows there's some distrust between the family and law enforcement here.
Right.
And there, from my understanding, there has been not the best communication with the DA and law enforcement and the family. So the concession to allowing a joint inspection, I think, is an attempt from the government or the state here to try to regain some of that trust with the victim's family.
And I thought it was also unusual, if the reporting is true and if this is accurate, that the family has been in possession of this phone and hasn't or turned it over to law enforcement yet. I mean, maybe that's not true, but this is what the reporting seems to suggest. I would, again, imagine that's a little unusual. But also, how does this work? How does a mutual inspection work exactly?
So there should be some forensic experts regarding data extraction present with the state, and also there will likely be an independent one that Mr. Crump's office has present with the DA at the same time. So that way, everybody can see it at the same time, whether all data is being extracted, make sure nothing's being left behind, because the big issue here is that the early announcement of no foul play, the evidence of the cell phone that the family received, I believe, a couple of days after Nolan went missing, or the night of, I can't recall the exact time, and then the missing of text messages and Snapchat data. And by allowing joint experts or joint data extraction at the same time, is going to help the family feel comfortable knowing that all data is being looked at, is not being piecemeal. Because oftentimes I've seen cases where there's been a cell phone
CPS
data that's been extracted and the state says, oh, well, that's other information deleted. We can't get it.
Yeah.
But that's not normal when you could forensic.
Do you think it's weird that the cops are being nice, 88? That's what I say, tight. You said cops being awfully nice. You feel like that's suspicious? Cops could just warranted the phone, yeah.
Expert can see what's been deleted, what's been altered in the data.
Does this potentially present a legal evidentiary issue? If you have multiple hands on the phone, does that contaminate the evidence in some way? If there is a case being presented against a defendant, couldn't a defense attorney really hone in on that and say, look, I mean, you have to exclude this evidence. There's a chain of custody issue. Or do you say, look, digital evidence is different. It's not like a piece of clothing, right? I mean, talk to me about that.
The defense attorney may, depending.
You said this guy's blowing smoke. Fucking, why you say that?
What happens here? Let's say there are.
You think he cloud chasing?
Criminal charges, and they are ones of homicide or something that's very serious or substantial, and this case goes to trial. The defense attorney would jump on that and likely try to have that data excluded. If anything, the chain of custody is going to have to reference the mutual presence of the victim being there, or the victim's attorney being there along with their own experts, and the jury should be allowed to hear that, and they can weigh that evidence how they see sufficient. But if it's not excluded, it will certainly be an issue at a criminal trial that could weigh to, whether the jury believes it's solid evidence, or maybe it could have been influenced by the presence of the family. But I do believe in the family in how they're addressing this with their own independent investigation, which I believe has even led to this the grand jury possibly being impaneled. None of that would have happened without the efforts that they've done. And I think it's appropriate for there to be a joint extraction for this circumstance.
And look, if messages were deleted, I think when you're talking about digital evidence, that can be pretty easy to show. I think it's also just because something's deleted, you may think it's gone, but it's in ether. It can be recovered. We cover those cases all the time. I do think the location of the phone is another key component about this, right? So the family has said that, first of all, it was unusual that Nolan would go off on his own, but also the idea that he would leave his phone behind. What teenager puts their phone down? But then you have this friend of Nolan's who told ABC News that, look, it's normal to leave phones on the boat. You're protecting them from the salt water. He said all their friends were out there, that they were not communicating with anyone else. Who else would they talk to? And he said that when Nolan got in the boat, he put his phone on the boat's dash along with probably 15 other phones. How do you see it?
That's not usual. I mean, even taking for what we've heard, that there was a young lady that he met named Katie and that he was interested in talking to her, you would think that he would want to be able to text her later on or get in contact with her later. I don't know many 18-year-olds who aren't glued to the hip to their phone. And even if they put their phone somewhere, if they're going to stay behind, they would definitely grab their phone. And so I think that seems suspicious, if anything. I hear the friend's position on it, but it draws many people some ire and gets to the same conclusion of that doesn't sound like the 18-year-olds and 23-year-olds that we know. They like to have their phones on them and keep them close by.
One more point I want to ask you about the autopsies, right? So we have two things going on here.
You don't feel like the phone is too important? You say you ain't hiding nothing on the phone. Man, they are so stuck on this phone shit, They killing you with the phone?
We're waiting for the results of both, right? We're waiting for the state autopsy. It seems that they're waiting toxicology reports. But then the family is, by all accounts, trying to do this independent autopsy out in Washington, D.C. What should we be thinking about these potential dual examinations of Nolan?
If there's a stark difference between the examinations, whether the state's examination leads to simply a drowning with no evidence of foul play or any strangulation or struggle versus a independent investigation from the family that shows otherwise, I think that makes it draws some suspicion. I think that just from the history of how, unfortunately, things have been in the South historically and still that we deal with today, and the way this investigation has rolled out, the family felt the need to do their own independent investigation. I think the toxicology report is going to be telling as well, because if you're in the water and you have some alcohol in your system, it may be more difficult to swim and things of that nature. So the toxicology report is going to be very important, and more information regarding the autopsy about his actual how he actually unfortunately.
Yeah, 88, you is not amused over it. 88 said, ha ha ha, suspicion. You're not jagging this shit.
Loss of life is going to be relevant for both sides, whether the state sees this as evidence of there being foul play or the family sees it as more so evidence of the state not doing a thorough investigation and being willing to pursue charges.
I think I said it at the beginning. Look, these are big developments. This is a critical time in this case. I just hope the family gets the answers that they're looking for. And
me too, man. I just hope the family get the answers they're looking for real. I don't know, man. They all putting a lot of weight on this phone. This phone is definitely getting a lot of weight. Let's see what Compton Rick Rock got going on.
Rick Rock TV.
Ben turned up dead after a boating trip in Mississippi with his white buddies. Now, why am I specifying white buddies? Because
he's black. That's not what happened. We sinking. You ain't sinking. You ain't sinking.
Would make a call about the boat taking in water.
All right, let's get to some shit I got some shit lined up. Teen calls friend to block police during 96 mile per hour chase.
When a car begins driving suspiciously after noticing a police cruiser in the area, the officer initiates a traffic stop, but he soon realizes this is not his first encounter with the vehicle, and its driver has a history of slipping away from law enforcement.
Oh, he hit that shit. He's not trying to hit him out of there.
Around 7 p.m., On the evening of January 5th, 2026, a police officer notices this silver Chevrolet Malibu at an intersection in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, making a series of unusual turns and driving in circles, leading him to suspect the occupants are trying to evade him. But as he initiates a traffic stop, he soon realizes there is far more going on with the driver than he initially suspected.
24981. We're going.
Go ahead.
I think he's taking off.
Location?
Yeah, I'll be in pursuit. Adam Zebra Henry, 3811, eastbound.
You on him?
Capital from 88. It's a Chevy Malibu, wanted for suspicious activity.
248.
Is that a fast car here?
Again, in pursuit. Speeds are 81 and climbing. He was in the neighborhoods losing.
88, yo, why you didn't do the dash like this nigga? He said, I got pulled over 5 days ago. Blue stop sign. The registration was 2 days overdue. What day? Did they give you a ticket or they just let you go?
Trying to lose me. Speeds are 86, passing 81. Negative on the sticks. Nice try though. Still eastbound from 76.
Nice try though.
Coming up to red at 76. Going to the gas station, southbound to the gas station lot. Southbound 76 from Capitol. East side squads, if you got sticks, let me know. We're coming southbound past Melvina. Speeds are 60.
He said, nah, they just let me go. Figures, bro.
No traffic, no pedestrians.
Copy.
What was you driving? What was you driving when they pulled you over?
The driver is 19-year-old Damien, and when the officer runs a records check, he learns that Damien's license has been suspended. But as the team makes desperate attempts to evade the stop, the officer soon realizes there is another reason, far more significant than the suspended license, behind his desperate attempt to get away.
Southbound 76 from Lisbon, Wauwatosa police in pursuit of a Chevy Malibu, wanted for suspicious circumstances. Approaching Burleigh, eastbound Burleigh. Eastbound on Burleigh from 76. Speeds are 40 and climbing. Squad behind me if you want to call it.
You're better ride.
We are slowing for the red here at Appleton. We've got some blocks on us.
Yeah, out of here. Wow.
Still eastbound Burleigh, speeds are 70 climbing, light traffic, no pedestrians. Wauwatosa police in pursuit of a silver Malibu. Wanted for suspicious circumstances, avoiding law enforcement. Southbound 60 from Burleigh. I don't know if MPD sticked it or not.
Arrows on paper for possession with intent.
My boy was riding around in his truck. 2025 GMC Denali 1500 Ultimate. Damn. Sound like a big boy truck.
Alright, southbound 60, you just went east on a side street here. Dispatch, can I get the side street I'm on right now?
Chambers.
Southbound 58 from Chambers. I may have lost eyes on 58 Chambers area.
On Locust. Southbound 2 blocks from 57. 56. Southbound 56 from Locust. What's the address? 56 to the stop sign, 1 south from Locust. Continuing southbound 56. For Hadley.
49, please.
I'll get you a street here in a sec. He's from Center. From Center. From 55. Going in with the lead car.
As backup officers rush to join the pursuit and head towards Damien's location, the first officer runs a records check on the vehicle and recognizes it from a prior call for service on July 22, 2025. During that incident, a caller reported seeing the same car involved in a hand-to-hand drug transaction, with Damien identified as the driver then as well. The officer strongly suspects that Damien may be engaged in the same activity again, but Damien is just as determined to escape as the officer is to catch him, and this time he is not alone.
3044 on break. There's 2 occupants, both black males, it appears. South on Sherman from right. Right on them. Speeds are 30. Climbing. Traffic light. The driver has a medium afro and a gray sweatshirt window. We're going to be Brewer.
They got a good description on this thing.
Boulevard, passing the Middle Park.
Where the fuck?
We're going to be Brewer Boulevard.
Lost
up the National.
Lost him. Bum ass nigga can't keep up.
Colin, this is me in front of you.
Do you want to take it or do you want me to continue?
Is that him right there?
You got it. You're doing great.
He said, it's a good truck. This your truck right here. 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali Ultimate. Yeah, it's a nice truck. How much they want for this right here? $74. That's 2026. What they want for the 25? Black on black. Yeah, it's a black on black. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, that's hard. That's hard. That's hard. That's fine. Very nice truck. I think it was like 100K-ish new. It's a nice truck, man, for sure.
You turning around here?
Well deserved truck.
Turn around, go back towards Miller Park on Miller Boulevard. Major 60, traffic is light now.
As the officer finally catches up with Damien, a record check reveals that he has an active Milwaukee County case for bail jumping and carrying a concealed weapon. It also shows that on April 9th, 2025, he was convicted in a separate Milwaukee County case for possession of.
You said, last me a long time. Yeah, you'll have that shit forever. For sure, for sure. You got a new, loaded out truck. You're gonna have that shit forever. Will probably get me to the end, you know? Yo, for sure.
Cocaine. Back at the scene of the pursuit, the officer is finally about to get the breakthrough he has been hoping for. But it will come from a direction he is not expecting.
Lane 2 coming over lane 3, speeds are 90, 175 north, silver Chevy Malibu. This is the Los Angeles Police Department in pursuit of a suspicious vehicle. Taking the exit now.
He wildin', bro. He wildin'.
Taking the Washington Boulevard exit. Stand by. Westbound from Homestead. Northbound on 47.
Wrong lanes of traffic.
It's a
We're
wrong.
going to be in the wrong lane of traffic. We'll correct. There is no traffic here. No traffic.
It's a one-way.
He can't clip him.
Running eastbound on Lloyd from 47. Eastbound Lloyd from 47. Coming up to 46. We're going to be going north on 46 from Lloyd. Streets are 40 climbing through the stop sign. Continuing northbound. Hit a curve. We're right on them. We're getting caught up into some traffic now. We're going to be northbound. Excuse me, stand by. We're going to be on Lisbon, northwestbound, passing through 4-8. We're going to be going north on 4-8 from Lisbon.
All way. Quickly clear.
To right. Continue northbound.
Quickly clear.
Speeds are 33. Climbing. Come up the center. Stay on 40 here.
These guys never get away. Did we maybe once see somebody get away?
Continuing north, I believe I said 4-8, Hadley, continuing northbound. These are 45, climbing.
Oh!
1050, 1050, 1050.
Where?
Stop, police! Stop, police! You're gonna get tased! On the ground! Don't move, I'm gonna tase you! Don't move, you're getting tased! Hands behind your back! Behind your back!
That nigga should have ran. That nigga should have ran better. Y'all was on y'all back when he ran
Where you
up.
running from, huh? You got a gun on you? I saw you reaching. He's got a gun on him.
No, I don't. I don't got no gun. I don't got no gun, bro.
Driver in custody, We have a passenger outstanding. Watch his hands, Colin.
I don't got no gun, bro.
I saw you reaching.
Yeah, you did it.
I'm gonna get gloves on.
You threw
Sit
that
up.
shit
Don't
away,
you
man.
move. Do not reach
Cops
for
a
anything.
tough career. Yo, you're right. Cops is definitely a tough career. You fucking running around chasing after these YNs all day, nigga. These little niggas got hella guns. Even if most of the time they not trying to shoot at you, still you chasing after these YNs and they got guns.
This is driver. We're good. Just make sure I didn't miss like something over here. He ran.
Yeah. Hey, Taylor, can you say this quick?
He's not been searched. He's reaching for his waistband.
No, reaching for my waistband.
I saw you reaching. Don't tell me you weren't reaching. I'm gonna stand you up.
Probably trying to
Feet
pull
up.
his pants up.
Stand up.
Probably trying to pull his pants up. How you get caught?
Here, face right here.
With Damien finally in custody,
How you get
the immediate
caught?
danger of the pursuit is over. But
You said high divorce rate? That's amongst everybody these days, bro. The divorce rate is super high, and it's most of the time it's women. Women the ones filing. No bullshit. The divorce rate is high. It's like a 40-something% divorce rate. And majority of those is women filing against men. For whatever reason.
there is still much left to uncover. While officers believe the vehicle will ultimately reveal the key evidence, they have no idea that it will instead be the passenger who will provide the answers they've been searching for.
All right, get in the car. Looks like he hit a parked car. I think he ran because of the scale. Unless it's in the trunk. He must have.
Must have like threw it?
Must have. Yeah, I'm pretty convinced he probably just threw it out during the pursuit. There's nothing in here. Yeah, I mean, he's got 2 phones, a scale, he's on paper for it. Like, he's probably throwing it out of the car.
As officers continue searching the car while still reeling from the intense chase, they find nothing of significant evidentiary value except for a black digital scale, a standalone indication that Damien may have been involved in drug dealing, but not enough to prove it. But with the passenger still detained, the details will come soon.
Hi, man. I'm Officer Pillock Wild Toast PD. I was the guy who was kind of behind you guys the entire time. So I just want to let you know, you're not under arrest, okay? We're going to get you out of handcuffs here in a second. My partners told me some concerning information that you were being held against your will or something like that.
I told my friend, she said she called the police and gave them my name. I don't know if she called her, but I was telling him to pull over and stop and let me out. But
During the pursuit?
Yes.
Okay, what was he saying?
He was on the phone with somebody. He was telling them to block y'all off the street or whatever.
To what?
To block the street off.
Oh,
whatever.
for him.
And then I guess he seen something on the floor that y'all put out, and that's when we got into the accident and he ran, and I got out the car. And the officer that was just in the car put me on the floor. So
Okay.
I wasn't trying to run.
Why was he so scared?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know what happened. I just know he met somebody, he dropped something out to somebody, and then he drove off.
Where did he drop this thing off at?
I don't know my streets. I swear I don't know.
Was it over in that area?
Yeah, it was over in that area. It's like when y'all did. When he did
She
the
telling
first
everything.
It was on the opposite side of the street.
She telling every goddamn thing. Studies indicate that gaming managers, 52.9%, bartenders, 52.7%, and flight attendants, 50%, have some of the highest divorce rates. Other high roles include telemarketers, massage therapists, and military personnel. I believe it. But what about women?
Okay.
I don't know.
Did you go inside? Did he go inside and drop something off?
Somebody came to the car.
Okay, what did he give to them?
I don't know what it was.
No?
I don't know.
You were in the front passenger seat though, and he was in the driver's seat? Okay, how did this exchange go? What happened?
He just gave the person something and then...
What did it look like that he gave them?
It was a napkin. It was something inside of a napkin. I don't know what it was inside of a napkin.
Do you think those were drugs? I mean, you have a brain, I have a brain, right?
Yeah.
Do you think those were drugs?
Slightly.
I agree. Did he throw anything out of the car when we were chasing him?
I think he did.
Yeah.
Somewhere down some shit. I don't know.
Do you know what it was?
Couple phones.
Couple phones? You can help out. Someone here for you to come pick you up? Yeah. Who's here? Your aunt. Okay.
With the passenger released, officers now have a much clearer picture of what happened before and during the pursuit. Then, as they meet Damien's mother, she confirms some of their lingering suspicions.
He threw it out of the car. She said she just remembered it. She saw multiple cell phones, and he was doing a drug deal at like around 92 Capitol. Okay. So, just want to let you know. Obviously, you can see his car was in a crash.
Yeah.
He fled from us on a traffic stop, so he is in custody. He's fine though. He's at the hospital right now, but he's just getting checked
I'm
out.
talking to police. I'll call you back.
He's at the hospital, but just because he said his asthma, right, was acting up. But he's fine. Outside of the crash, that's his only complaint.
Okay.
I mean, there's some other chick in the car, but she's on her way. She wasn't anything or up to anything. So.
Okay.
So
everybody calling me to tell me about. Okay.
Yeah, but he's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
He do. I be gone a lot, but he do be there. I mean, he got to keep coming in and out. He do be there whenever he there.
Okay.
I very seldom see him, but.
And no teeth in Granny mouth.
In his interview with the police later, Damien denied conducting any drug deals and admitted to fleeing from them simply because he was scared. Sure. Ultimately, Damien was charged with felony, second-degree recklessly endangering safety, fleeing, eluding an officer, causing bodily harm or property damage, felony bail jumping ×3, and misdemeanor obstructing an officer. All charges are repeat offenses. Ultimately, on March 5th, 2026, Damien pleaded guilty to second-degree recklessly endangering safety, fleeing, eluding an officer, causing bodily harm or property damage, and 1 count of felony bail jumping.
Damn, he pled guilty to all of that shit?
Remaining 2 felony bail jumping charges and the misdemeanor obstructing charge were dismissed but read in. Eventually, on May 7th, 2026, Damien was sentenced to 3 years in prison, followed by 3 years of extended supervision.
Damn. Nigga got 3 years for tonight. He got 3 years for the shit he did tonight. Bruh, I ain't gonna lie, my nigga. One night of doing something or one thing wrong could fuck up your whole future, gang. That shit crazy. Officer opens fire on a 19-year-old during foot chase. What the fuck?
Drop that gun!
Oh shit, the fuck? Shit started. Goddamn. As soon as you start the video, they wildin'. The fuck? Nah, hold on, look. Yo, the volume come on with shots being fired.
Drop that gun! Drop it! Drop the gun! Get down on the ground, get down on the ground. Yo, secure the gun, secure the gun. Secure the
No
gun.
gun. You got a gun?
What the fuck? 14 shots fired, he had a gun.
Does he have a gun?
He threw somewhere.
He threw it somewhere.
I don't got nothing. I don't got nothing. Yo, get the gun. Get the gun. Find the gun and get it. No, I don't got nothing. I don't got nothing. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
They know he shot. He shot him, nigga.
Get back off. Back off. Back off. He had a gun. Back up. Everybody back up. Stay where you're at right now. That is my son. Back up. Back up. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. We need more units here. 10-18. I can't breathe. I got you. Fuck. You're at 2-4 and quarter. 2-4 and quarter. Back up. Are you hit?
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't breathe. Fortunately, be advised, shots fired by police. The suspect does not have any GSW in it. Go. You alright, bud? Back off! Back off!
They should have put him in route to the hospital or something by now. He just gonna bleed out.
I'm in. Back up! Everybody back up! 14, do we have units responding? I can't breathe! I got you. Where you hit at? Where you hit at? My man, I got you. I got it. No, get medics here. 14, get medics here. He's gonna have a GSW. He has a GSW. Yes. We need medical. Back everybody up. My man. Yo, we need medical.
That's a tall ass cop. Look at this cop right here.
Medical.
Look at this cop right here. Tall ass nigga. It's the tallest cop you've seen, nigga.
Medical. All right, let's go. Come on, get up. Yo, we need medical. Get medical attention.
I don't know how we don't see no blood. He's shot, but we don't see no blood.
Fortune, start recon here, reaction. Yo, we need medical. I just shot him. We need medical. Guys, back up.
You know how it is in the hood gang. You pop a nigga in the hood, everybody come outside.
Back up.
And he better have a gun. That's all I say. Because he keeps saying, well, he had a gun. Let's see if he actually had a gun.
Yo, back up. Bro, back up.
That's the daddy?
Yeah, where am I going? Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, you're telling him to get the fuck out of there.
I know.
Because he shot him, so they tell him to get out of there.
Be advised, my partner got pepper spray. Should have a firearm. Yeah, I just shot him. Okay, relax.
Okay, relax.
Fuck.
Fuck. Ain't no fuck, nigga. You did it. Did he have a gun?
He got pepper sprayed. Had the firearm. Right here.
Didn't they just tell him stay away? He walking right back.
Fortunately, if you can't have recon respond, it's a large crowd. Fuck. Fuck, did he have a gun?
Copy. You guys recall him out. I'm covered.
Sir, what do you want me? I'm the one. My man, come back. Back up. Please, back up. Back up. I need you to back up, dog. Please, back up. Bro, man, please, back up. Please. Bro, back up. Back up. All right, out the street, man, please. Please, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on right now.
My stuff is on the porch.
My man, there's so much going on right now. Please back up. Please back up. Bro, you're stop. Bro, don't fuck. Please, I'm fucking I'm saying please. I'm saying please. Back up. So what do you want me?
You're the one who shot.
I'm the one
They told him get the fuck out of there. He just want to walk around telling everybody I'm the one who shot him. They told him to move. He's still out here. He don't listen.
I'm sorry, 18, we're doing it.
Just have a seat for a moment. Are you okay? Yeah. I'm just stressed out right now. Sit tight for a minute.
Ran down, shoot them.
Drop it! 14 shots fired! 14 shots fired! Drop that gun! Drop it! Drop the gun! Get down on the ground! Get down on the ground! Yo, secure the gun! Secure the gun! Secure the gun!
Where's the gun? That you speaking about?
14 shots fired, he had a gun. Yo, he threw somewhere.
I don't got nothing. I don't got nothing. I don't got nothing.
Is that a gun right there?
Yo, get the gun. Get the gun. Find the gun and get it.
Is that a gun right there?
Yo, get the gun. Get the gun. Find the gun and get it.
I don't got nothing. I don't got nothing. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Back up! Back up! Back up! He had a gun! Back up! Everybody back up! Put it in the back.
That is my son.
Back up!
Damn, that's her son. That's fucked up. She got to see her son. She look mad young. That's her son. Hey, look at that ass. She got ass on her, mama.
Put it in the back.
That is my son.
Back up!
Damn. Damn, mama.
Breathe. I can't breathe.
We have a crowd for me. We need more units. Back up!
We have a crowd. We need more units.
2-4-1/4. Back up! What part of back up don't you get? Back up!
What are you talking about, nigga?
I'm about to fight this cop, bro.
Back up! up! He had a gun! Get the fuck back up! Back up! Back up! Everybody get the fuck back! Back up! Back up! Everybody back up! Back up! Hey! Back up! 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 My hand! I got you! Fortunately, we need more units. There's a crowd forming at 2 for a quarter. What do you need? What do you need? He has a GSW. You shoot him? Yes.
You shoot him? Yes.
14, he has a GSW. We need more units and 44.
Nah, don't tase the mama after you just shot her son.
Back up! Everybody get back!
She ain't do nothing.
Okay, we'll explain everything later. Back up! Back up, he had a gun. Back up!
Bam, bam, bam.
Get the fuck back! Get the fuck back! Get the fuck back! Back everybody up! Back up! Back the fuck up! Back off! Okay, we're gonna explain everything to you. Okay, fuck you. Yeah, okay, yeah, whatever. Back off! Where are we going? Let's get the car. Let's get our car.
Look, you telling him to get the fuck out of here.
Free. My corner got tapped free. Yeah, I just shot him. Okay.
I just shot him.
You're good. Hey, he got pepper sprayed. Hold on. He got pepper sprayed. Go try the firearm.
This shit crazy.
Alright, we're gonna get you to the hospital for a cleanup. This is our car. Our car's right here.
Did he live? Did he even have a gun?
Recovered.
With a gun.
Get back. Get the fuck down!
And I gonna tell if it was a gun? I don't think the nigga had a gun, bro. He shot an unarmed black man. Just leave. Fuck it. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Sheesh, man. They killed that nigga. That's fucked up. I don't know if they killed him. I hope they didn't kill him. He kidnapped a deputy sheriff during a traffic stop. Oh, shit. How you kidnap a deputy sheriff?
Don't do it! Don't do it! Stop! Stop the car! So, Hey, he's taking off of me in the back seat.
On this episode of State Boys, a Calcasieu Parish Sheriff deputy will make a traffic stop that he will never forget. What will CPS so find?
What will the troopers find?
How's it going, man? I'm Sergeant Kilmer with the Sheriff's Office. So the reason I stopped you were like 5 foot away from that guy's bumper in front of you.
I mean, he slowed down in front of me. I can get over.
I got you. Well, I mean, he didn't get over, bud. Something.
My man tried to, but my man.
You good, man. You got your license on your book.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you were comfortable. It's all right, man. You gotta, I'm sure you know your name and date of birth, huh?
Quinn Baker.
Oh, hold on. I'll get it from you in a second. Do you have your shoes on now?
Yeah.
Okay. This is your car?
Oh, it's a rental car.
It's a rental?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. This is really nice. Do you have the rental agreement on you? Sweet. Where are you heading?
Huh?
Where you gotta go?
I can go back to Alabama.
You live in Alabama?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Damn, you got it. You got it for like a week?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, I'll get your information out over here. You do have your shoes on now, huh?
Yeah.
All right, just come meet me over here by the passenger.
After making initial contact and telling the driver the reason for the stop, the deputy will notice something from the traffic stop and confront the driver about it.
Okay. Oh, you found it?
Watch, he gonna say he smelled butt or something. Yeah, bro, he kidnapped the cop.
Sweet. Oh, you got a CDL. What do you do, man?
I thought it's ripped.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what happened? You had to go to Texas and...
Oh, no, I got Texas down in Texas. I'm in Florida right now. I got family down in Texas. And, I think I'm using my truck right now.
Okay.
I live right here.
I got you. All right. So, look, I'm gonna be frank with you, okay?
I smell marijuana.
I see. Since I've stopped you shaking like crazy.
All right.
I know. Just relax, because I think I know what it is. All right. So I can smell the
What I told you. I could smell the marijuana.
marijuana coming from the inside of the car. I ain't worried. If you want to mute it, you can. And I'm not out here to nickel and dime people for a joint, okay? Yeah. But just because you're shaking like crazy, I'm gonna pat you down real quick, okay?
All right.
No, you're good. Okay, cool. All right, man. Good. Just making sure you don't have any kind of weapons on. All right. So, take a deep breath. Relax.
Yeah.
All right. So, I'm with the Criminal Drug Interdiction Unit, okay? I'm only looking for large amounts of drugs. All right. Is anything like that going on today? Okay. And I normally wouldn't run into that with it. So, what's in the car? You have a vaporizer? What?
Yeah, that's a vape.
Okay. You're not going to get arrested. You're not. I'm not going to write you a summons for that, okay? Yeah. So just relax. Give me a second to run your information, and then I'll get back with you, okay?
Okay.
After confronting the driver, the traffic stop goes to a level that no one expected.
Hey, can you be en route?
He wants somebody else en route. He pussy.
Yeah.
Hey, can you be en route?
Going to the fourth room after that flip around.
I'm 38. You picked it up in Houston, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Stopping a suspicious vehicle.
you picked it up in Houston, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, the only thing in there is that little vaporizer?
There ain't nothing else in there.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'm going to check the car, and then you'll be on your way, okay? Just relax.
He didn't ask for permission. He told him how much weed he got. Probably barely any. Let's see. Well, he didn't even ask. Usually they say, "Can I?" He didn't ask. He said, "I'm gonna check the car."
have another pair of keys on you? All right, then we're gonna have to try to figure out a way to unlock your car. Did you lock it on your way out? Yeah. All right.
He locked the keys in the car.
Oh, I got it. Hey!
He hopped right in the vehicle.
Don't do it! Don't do it! Stop! Stop the car! Hey, he's taking off of me in the back seat.
Shoot me.
I got a kilo in here.
I got a kilo in here.
Stop! Stop!
Oh, shit.
Shots fired!
I guess he shot him. Wow. Why he get in? I don't know.
We're stopped. Car crashed. Subject's 10-7.
Out of service or a suspect down.
Copy. Calm down, stay off there, please. Calm down, stay off there.
The rental company gonna be pissed about that car.
Back up.
You in pursuit or?
No, dead. Driver. He took off of me in the back. No, get back. Get back. Hey. All right.
And, notify us. Go.
Sheriff deputy was with. He took off with the deputy in the vehicle. Deputy got okay. Suspect still in the driver's seat. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm hurt from the I'm hurt from the crash. He's definitely down.
I'm going down.
He's definitely down. You know, he shot him close range.
Are you good? Is that your blood?
It's his.
It's his?
He's down.
Did you shots fired?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hey, I
So
got
you're not hit at all.
I'm gonna be able to take care of you.
You're not hit at all, huh?
No.
Okay.
State police is sorry with it.
Region 2.
That's crazy, bro.
Region 2. Deputy said shots were fired.
The nigga did tell him shoot him. You know what I'm saying? The nigga did tell him shoot him, didn't he? So shoot me. He got shot.
Hey,
come with me. I got
y'all finish clearing the vehicle. Hey. It's just him.
Okay, calm down, all right? Calm down. Hey, put your gun up and go over there for me. Go sit in his unit. Put your gun up, go sit in his unit.
Hey, I got an IFAC. I'm gonna check you, make sure you're not hurting worse, okay?
Okay.
What's your name?
Travis Kilmer.
Travis? I'm Captain Jones. It's all right, I've had blood on me before. I used to be a city police officer in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Nigga want to tell his whole resume now. Hold up, buddy. There's some shit going on. I don't care about your background.
I'm a special agent for...
He really shouldn't be parking there. Can't park there, sir.
The U.S. Department of Homeland Security, all right?
I'm fine.
I got an ambulance with medics down here.
I'm fine.
All right, I'm gonna take care of you.
1038. You can start at Canadian, please. We have eyes on suspect. Not approaching. Stand by for ground.
Stay right here. I'm gonna bring you an IFAC, okay?
All right.
The deputy and Quentin Baker were rushed to a local hospital for treatment. The deputy will recover. Investigators will process the scene and find 2 kilos of cocaine in the vehicle. A couple days later, Quentin Baker will pass away from his injuries in a local hospital.
The state boys on the highway.
Jeez, man.
Oh, let's handcuff him first. Cuff him first.
Cuff him. He dead, nigga. Talking about cuff him. They crazy, ain't they? Nigga be dead. They talking about cuff him. 3 firefighters alerted to deadly ambush. Oh, shit.
Hey, we got movement. Hey, we got movement down the street.
On June 29th, 2025, around 1:40 p.m. in northern Idaho, Battalion Chief John Morrison and Engineer David Tisdale of the Coeur d'Alene Fire Department, along with Battalion Chief Frank Harwood of Kootenai County Fire and Rescue, drove up to the upper parking lot of Canfield Mountain after reports of a small brush fire in the area. There, they encountered 20-year-old Wes Rowley standing beside his pickup truck. The firefighters asked him to move his vehicle so they could reach the fire. He agreed, but instead of leaving, Rowley put on tactical gear, slipped into the brush, and prepared an ambush. Minutes later, Rowley opened fire. Morrison, Harwood, and Tisdale were all struck by gunfire. Additional crews still en route to the fire had no idea an ambush had taken place. Around 2 p.m., more fire personnel arrived and saw the wounded firefighters. Despite being critically injured, Engineer Tisdale managed to call out and warn them.
Engineer Tisdale, I'm down. I'm not having any response from the battalion chief. I need help. I don't see anybody around me, but it appears he was wearing some green, like military navy vest.
Tisdale's warning stopped the arriving crews from walking directly into the active ambush. But up on the mountain, firefighters were already pinned down, wounded, trapped, and unsure how many shooters were still out there.
Some law enforcement right now, there's an active shooter zone. They're shot. There's BC3's down, BC1's down. Everybody's shot up here. Law enforcement, code 3 now up here. Engine push 551, do not come up here. We need law enforcement immediately.
Law enforcement.
They just told us 2 firefighters got shot. Where?
Got shot?
That's gonna be that upper parking lot right there.
2310's coming down. That'll send it off now. 43, can you please take SWAT team, please? SWAT team should be going out here shortly. Hey, where's the shooter? Need to find out more information. Where he's at. Central 73. 2330. Is there anybody from the city that can possibly get the Bearcat for rescue? I will work on getting the city to get a Bearcat en route. Both Bearcats en route. I'm at the base of the hill. I'm getting up in hard place. 4330. See if you can pitch drones too. Fire's advising there's possibly 2 shooters. I know for their distance. Central 4310. I need at least 2 or 3 cops to set a perimeter around the fire at the base. Copy. 2 or 3 law enforcement officers to set a perimeter at the base. Not great.
Hey, 2310 is taking command right now. I'm with FS-19 and some other Fed law enforcement rangers.
Copy 2310.
Yeah. Okay, get behind something. 33, the command post is going to be base of the hill. I'm with FS-19 and a ranger approximately halfway up. It appears they're trying to draw us into an ambush. I need both Bearcats as soon as possible.
Well, I need a thermal drone up as soon as possible.
FS-19, where you at? We're going to provide exterior security. You 3 are going to...
Your garden up there? Okay, you guys.
Let's go!
Keep walking. Keep your hands up.
Hey, it is a high-powered rifle, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, he shot us with a rifle.
To the center.
Hands up, to the center.
An active shooter up on the hill.
Come on,
Active shooter. Come on.
Just back here. All back here. Run, all the way down.
Very good. Harvey, where are you at?
Braced for the possibility of another attack. This was the only footage showing the ground where the ambush happened, and they were heading back in to reach the 2 battalion chiefs and anyone else who might still be pinned down or wounded.
Right now, we're just trying to recon where he is.
Where do you want me, Brock?
Keep going. Get him the...
I'm trying to get right to the action. I ain't gonna lie.
Get out of here.
I have 8.
Be careful if he's a shooter.
Let me see your hands. Come here right now.
Get over here now.
Shooters.
Get in here right now. Stay.
You got a description?
Get in here.
Tell me.
He's 5'9", white male, 5'9".
You got anything on you?
He's wearing all camo green.
Come on! Hurry up!
Get you out of here. We're leaving you behind.
There's a shooter. Let's go.
Any weapons on you?
I can't tell. So I think Morrison's down right beside him.
I got 2. No move. Got Jonesy.
They're in exactly the same spot.
One round.
You said big gardens up there?
Grab that guy.
Where's he at?
Right on the side.
But the signal never changed. Investigators determined the brush fire had been intentionally set by Rowley using jars of pesto found at the scene, an improvised accelerant. The fire he set grew to 26 acres, burning into Monday before crews finally extinguished it.
Damn.
Engineer David Tisdale, the third firefighter at the top of the mountain that day, survived a devastating gunshot wound to the back. The slug punctured his lung, broke ribs, and shattered his collarbone. Unable to move his lower body, he reached for his radio and made the call that warned incoming crews, a transmission that saved countless lives and would later earn him the Medal of Honor for his actions. Tisdale retired after 24 years of service and continues his rehabilitation process to this day. Also earning a Medal of Honor that day was firefighter Fritz Wiedenhoff, who made the emergency radio calls alerting incoming crews while pinned down above. 3 Kootenai County Sheriff's deputies were also recognized with the Attorney General's Medal of Honor for their actions, improvising a rapid plan in an unprecedented situation. Battalion Chiefs John Morrison and Frank Harwood were killed in the ambush. Morrison served more than 28 years with Coeur d'Alene Fire, and Harwood served 17 years with Kootenai County Fire and Rescue. Their loss leaves behind a community and family that will never forget them.
Yeah, that nigga literally set up a fire just to kill them. He set up a fire just to kill firefighters, bro. You suck. Who the fuck would have killed firefighters? They help niggas. I don't understand that. Like, firefighters is good niggas, man. Like, what the fuck? I don't like that at all, bro. That shit bothers me. Firefighters be out here helping niggas. Tory Lanez, This Is Jay-Z album listening party. Oh, I gotta tap into that album listening party. I don't know how he gonna get away with it without it, because I'm pretty sure the music is, what you call it? People are weirdos. Yeah, you're right. People definitely weirdos. All right, man. I'm about to get up off this nasty, bros. Appreciate everybody for tapping. Then we've been on here for about hour and 20. I'm gonna get about hour and 30, hour and a half. I'm gonna get up off this nasty though. I'm a little tired. You know what I'm saying? They gotta work tomorrow. I'm gonna tap back in with y'all. I'll probably be on here tomorrow night. Yeah, I'll probably be on here tomorrow night. Yeah, so I'll see y'all tomorrow. Gang, 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 gang.